Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. If you don't know me, my name is Wendy and I am a personal nail artist. Today we are working on a lake design. I feel like this design is also very season appropriate since we are now in spring. So without wasting any time, we're gonna get right into it. If you follow my TikTok, you do know that I have been working on a nail book series, which is basically me making designs that I come up with myself from inspirations that I have found on the internet, just to get ready for when I open my website. To give you guys a little idea of what is going on in this video, as you guys saw in the first few clips, I mixed 3 colors to get this blue lake-like color. Then after applying it to the nail set, I am now going to use my airbrush to create some aura designs on some of the nails. Most of us know that using an airbrush too often is not healthy for our lungs, as we are using gel. Especially over here in this video, I was using gel mixed with acetone, but I can say for myself now that I have ordered the spraying bottles, the safer ones, on Amazon, that I'm going to be using in the near future. I also invested in a good face mask, which has already arrived by now, but while I was making this video it wasn't here yet, and so I did not have my mask on. And just so you guys know, it is not a COVID mask. It is it's like one of those gas masks that keeps you from smelling or breathing in any chemicals. And I think that was a great investment, and I will be wearing it when I'm doing any airbrush designs. Now, after doing my airbrushings, I always like to go in with a matte top coat, because sometimes let's say you make a mistake and you have to wipe it down. If you do not have a matte top coat in between the layers, you will end up just erasing the airbrush design that you just did because of how lightweight it is. Like, it is so easy to come off if you don't put a layer of protection in between them. Before I started doing this blooming design, I showed you guys the 2 products that I was using, which was the Gaoi blooming gel along with another gel which I actually made myself. The bottle was finished from when I got it, and so I just mixed some white with some base coat, and this is how I got this white color that I'm using on it. It's very sheer, it's not very pigmented at all, which is exactly why I made it. But another thing that I wanted to point out is that I did not end up using my Gaoi gel because for some reason it was not blooming. I don't know why, and it was actually my first time using it. I love the Gaoi brand. I have bought so many of their gel nail polishes. I have also have like other products like 3D gels and some others, but this blooming gel was not working in my favor. It was not blooming the gel, so I ended up using one of my old blooming gels that was actually from Shein, and it actually works better, as you can see here. But I was kind of disappointed because I did buy 2 bottles of the blooming gel from Gaoi, so I guess I'm just going to have to throw them away. But everything will be fine because I did end up ordering a new blooming gel from Beetles, and it's arriving in a few more days. It's not here yet, so I cannot wait to try that. After I'm done with my blooming gel designs, I always like to go in on both sides and just swipe away any gels that may have gone overboard through the sides of the nails. Usually while the design is blooming, the gel tends to extend sideways, and so most of the gel ends up being on the side of the nails. It's always nice to scrape up all that excess gel on the side. That's gonna make your design look lumpy. So yeah, I don't like when my nails look unproportional just because of excess gels on the side. This is how our design is looking like so far. As you can see, we're starting to get into the lake vibe. So now we're gonna get into some detailed artwork. I'm going to use this padding gel that was actually from Temu. So if you're a beginner and you want to get started on intricate designs or any artworks that have lots of details, I highly recommend their padding gels because they're quite pigmented and really nice. Using this slight typing notion, I am going in with this green color, and I'm also going to be using some other colors with that same method just to get some greenery going, like those hanging willow trees. That's the vibe I was going for, except mangled with a few flowers, colored flowers and roses. More leaning toward a painting vibe than a realistic vibe, so keep watching. Just so you guys know, I don't just layer the colors, I actually do cure in between each color. So after putting the green, I cured with my Gaoi curing lamp. Same thing goes for every other colors that are layered on top. This is what the design was looking like after I finished. I love the way it turned out, and so we moved on to another nail design. And for this one, I'm actually going to round it with some white gel just to create that like ripple effect from water moving on a lake. Right after I'm done drawing like this like circles, I'm gonna tap on it just to like get some of the colors off and make it just slightly transparent. Now we're going to start getting into some 3D gels, and as you can see, I'm going to use my Gaoi Solid Builder Gel. I have 2 bottles, well these are not bottles, but I have 2 of that gel, and I love the way it works and I do not regret getting 2. After like rolling it into a little ball, a little circle, I place it on the nail and I flatten it down. And as you guys can see, I'm using a cuticle pusher to just scrape out any like extra that I do not want, because I'm trying to actually make a lily pad. So we had to get the little triangle shape cut out of the middle, and so yeah, I got into shaping. You will see how it turned out. then started to color our lily pads after shaping them. I ended up making 3 lily pads on each nail set, as you guys can see. Then it was time for the lily flowers, the floating flowers, and I actually used a mold for this one, which was quite cool because I don't think it would have been fast enough if I tried to shape them myself, and I don't even know how I was gonna do that. So I had the mold and I just put in some hard gels in there and cured it, and then I colored it in pink. And as you guys can see, I'm gonna go in and add some texture all around the nails just to, you know, make the details better and more realistic. After the details, it was now time to clean up around the nail, so any extra gel that may have gotten on places that they're not supposed to be, I went in with my brush and some acetone on it and just cleaned around it, make it look more presentable and way much nicer. Then it was time to start putting on the flowers. You can use any 3D gels that you have, any type of glue. I personally recommend the Macart glue because that will actually keep the gems or any types of design on the nail and they will not come off, they will not fall off. But this glue that I used right here was not Macart, it was actually another glue, and the reason I used it is because this is a press-on set for my notebook, so it's just for the design, it's not for a customer, but usually I would be going in with my Macart gel glue. Now for this specific nail, I was trying to make a water droplet. Here is how it turned out. I was so proud of myself. I did really good. It took me a few tries and I had to go off camera to make it. And so I'm only gonna show you guys the end results. Maybe in a few days, if you guys want, I can show you a tutorial of how I did it. But I had to go off camera to make it because of how complicated and how I had to figure out how exactly it's gonna turn out, because I had the idea but I didn't know how to make it. But we did figure it out and I love the way it turned out. I then started painting on another nail, as you can see over here. I wasn't trying to make it look realistic, it's more like a bush of flowers and the green leaves. This one was supposed to interpret like a painting background, and then I'm gonna put a lotus flower on there. The lotus flower was also constructed from a mold, the same mold that had the lily pad in there, the lily flower I mean in there. But yeah, this turned out so good. I love the way it looks. It looks straight out of a painting. I love it. Of course, we go in with our UV light and cure everything down, and this is what we have so far. We are almost finished. This last nail right here is gonna be our last design, which is basically the pinky. I go around it the same way I did for the water droplet actually, and then just to like outline the little white circles that I did at first, and I'm gonna be placing the lily flower on there. And it's actually so beautiful because it gives the idea that it's floating around and like there's movement on the water. And yeah, that was what I had in mind, and I gotta say I actually achieved that quite well. The fact that this set is like very lake and whimsical in nature vibes, it literally means that at some point I didn't realize how much I am going to incorporate water lilies in this set, which it turned out to be like one of the main characters or like the vibe. But you would have like, I actually didn't know that's what I was gonna go for, but I gotta say the vibe came out just like I wanted and just as I pictured. We are now going in with one of our favorite top coat, the Galway top coat. I told you guys I use this brand a lot, and this video is just showing me how much really I use this brand. Their top coat are actually quite glossy, and I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. It's the best I have used yet, but I have seen a lot of other comments on other top coats that are just as good or better, and I do plan on trying them out in the near future as we are growing. But the Galway top coat is really good for beginner nail artists and for anyone who wants a glossy finish on their design. I personally love it, and for now it's one of my favorites. And of course it is a hassle to top coat because we have so much intricate designs and we have to make sure we are getting every corners. One thing that I do like to do when I'm top coating is to put a good amount on the nail, try to get it all over the surface, and then slowly take off the extra amount of top coat there is on there and clean it up very nicely and only leave a thin layer, and then I cure it. You don't want to put a lot of top coat on your intricate design nail set. It will make it look bulky. Okay, it will look like extremely 3D because all of that gel is stored in the little cracks of all of the 3D design that you made. So I recommend just putting a good amount in, just little by little take off the excess top coat and make sure you're going in every crevices until your design look absolutely beautiful and shiny, and then you can cure your nail set. After we're done top coating, this is what we are left with. Absolutely beautiful and shiny. Keep in mind this is before filing. Here is after filing. It looks so much better, so much cleaner and sharper. I love filing a nail, no matter how long it may take. It always makes the design look so much better than it already is. Look at this nail set and tell me this is not a piece of art. The 3D droplets, the water lilies, the floating lilies, oh my god, the colorful willow, that looks so nice. It caught the vibe exactly like I wanted, and yeah, I love it. I love the way it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog because I actually had so much fun making it. I gotta say I did procrastinate a little at first, but it was very fun editing and doing this voiceover for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys on my next YouTube vlog. Bye.